Hi YouTube. So today I decided I'll make a little video for you about presents. It's Christmas time, but this video will be good not only for Christmas time, it will be great for any birthday, special event. And if you know that you in fact have someone who loves orchids, you're actually blessed because we're very easy people to please. So there are some options for you, always plants, but besides plants, there are things that you can do that you would think are not very interesting, but trust me, any orchid person would love it. Number one is a membership. Membership at the local botanical garden, at the Orchid Society, or you will have to Google that, or very simple, online, American Orchid Society. You can buy them membership, which will give them lots of benefits. Like they will receive the magazines, very educational, lots of webinars, discounts to many different gardens and stuff, and education at American Orchid Society website is crazy. There's I believe informational database about all the orchids, so you can make them happy. It's about $65. I think they have different options of what kind would you like, so just check it out. So that's one option. Another option, because we all love the plant so much, we usually try to spend all of our money on the plant. We do like different accessories, but when it comes to something more expensive, sometimes your orchid grower will not be willing to spend that instead of buying another plant. That's why my company is called Just One More Orchid. But strangely enough, I'm gonna talk about handmade pottery. Do you know why I'm talking about it? Oh yes, why not to treat your loved one, friend, colleague, whoever it is, good person, with the piece of custom-made pottery for orchids. There's a wide variety. You can check my Etsy store. I'm also very common guest at the local orchid societies. You can check my Facebook page and see where I'm heading next. It will be Sarasota show, then it will be Tampa, and then it will be big event of the year, Tamiami show in Miami. So there are different options for you on my Etsy page. You can take a look. You can buy something that your orchid grower will really appreciate, like these mounting plaques I'm showing you, like some of these totems that are really loved by orchids. Right here is my usual showgirl, or something like this. So take a look. There's lots of different things that are available, different price ranges, and there are also some succulent little planters. So this is one thing you can get. Well, that's the second big thing you could get your orchid friend. Or right here is one of the things we call tacos. So, and then what else? Yeah, what else but to visit your local orchid nursery. And I decided to show you one of our local stars, Palmer Orchid Nurseries, located in Bradenton, Florida. You can look up the information online. Beautiful place with lots of choices that will make anyone happy. Let's go and see. Okay, from the moment you walk in, you will see all these beautiful plants, some terrates. Look at her, just growing on the palm tree, welcoming everybody, mixed with some Schomburgkias. These type of orchids love full sun, and that's the only way they're gonna bloom for you. So here's an example, and they're all over. Over there, they're just attached to some pole, and they are really, really happy. Look at this group right here. Look at the size. This is my hand. Today is a very gloomy day, so the real colors are much brighter. Yes, we do have days without sun. Oh, and look at that group of Valkyrianas having a party on, I believe, an oak tree. Just look at that. They're finishing blooming, but yeah, there's a gecko. Isn't that crazy? Look at the roots. Whee! Yeah. Here's the answer to your question, how to grow Valkyrianas. Well, they also need to be at Palmer's, because I'm sure these guys are getting fertilizer. And there's a big, huge fern on the top. Not to forget this little, well, little. Yeah, exactly, little. Some kind of cattleya. Look at that happening here. And it just sits here by the tree. And they're all attached to the tree, and they're all having a great time. I can see they're all finished blooming. Roots unreal. They really appreciate being in their natural habitat, the tree. Ah, red ants are biting my feet. Let me move away from here. So we're gonna go into the Candyland itself. This nursery is always so well manicured, and it's always a treat to go in there. And trust me, if you have a plan not to buy nothing, good luck with that plan. Not for this place. Let's go in. Okay, and dendrobiums. This little thing is so cute. It's called Mini Snowflake. That mini snowflake is so cute.
Yeah, I really like.
Say hi, Ashley.
Hi.
Okay, there's a woman in church. I love when woman is in church, you know that. They're like one of these big guys, but the small guy. I never seen them that. How do they bloom a lot? Like all the dendrobiums, or
Which one is that mini snowflake?
the snowflake? Yeah.
A couple times a year in that.
It's so cute. How much is this thing?
It's that's 35.
35. It's gorgeous.
They're somewhere else. They're in a different spot.
And I love that they're little, because my problem with them is they fall down because they're so huge.
Right, the top heavy stuff.
They're clumsy, but they are really good bloomers. And then there's little baby oncidium, like baby, I'm talking. Lately I've been seeing more and more of these big guys. Before, not that much. Yeah, so as you can see, no trouble. Just, yeah, go and pick your poison. And it's not only on the shelves, it's on the ceiling. Look at this little thing. Cute, cute. A lion star. I love when they have normal names. And the lion star is not normal. It's gorgeous. And the smell everywhere. What's your name? Cattleya Ethel's Paradise, Hawaii. Well, I'll take that. It's not Cattleya, it's something else. It's big, girl. $65 for you. Okay. And the Sherry Baby Blanca for you. Smells to die for in here. And Oncidium Land. This is kind of newer Oncidium for me on the market. It's fragrant, and it's called Rosy Sunset. It's like vanilla, very light, versus Sherry Baby that has a very strong odor. This is very nice, not aggressive. One thing that you can always find in Palmer's is paths. or they are also known as, these are actually frags, the lady slipper. Look at these guys. They are pricey, but they are gorgeous. Look how big this thing is. This is my hand. The name, good luck to me. It's hidden, but I am an overachiever, so if you can read it, that's the name of it. They are pricey. They run about $65, but Christmas time, oh Christmas time, if you wanna really treat and spoil your orchid lover, here you go. Look at this dude. This dude is a yummy $100, but who cares? Look at these guys. More of the typical pathies for you. Look how white. That is beautiful. And the name is, okay, it's an easy name. Voodoo Magic though. Watch out. And these guys are pretty much possible to buy. They're around $15. Trust me, any orchid fan will be happy to get one. There's more. And more. I love the hairy guys. Look at the petals. They're fuzzy. And his name is right here. And then we moving towards the bulldogs section. The bulldogs are the large paths. Look at this guy. Still kind of in the opening stage. And they are really, really impressive and really, really you want to get it. Like I do want to get one. I actually don't have any right now because I bought them when I was very smart. I thought I can grow anything, and I killed a bunch of them, and they usually do come with the price. They at least are like $50 normally. I honestly don't see a sticker. Paths are not that hard. People think they are hard. They're not. The only thing you need to figure out, where will they grow for you? Where will they perform? Mine do really well on like very medium light, almost like shady kind of. They do have the light, but not really. This is already not path, but this thing is crazy cool. It's this big. The Tropsis Thecopus Mangei. So simple. Boom. These look like some kind of gray eye, but they are not. Yeah, I'm in the little dudes section. Look at this dendrobium. Dun 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 dun. I'm a little thing with big attitude. And my name is Dendrobium aberrans. $15. Okay, so like I said, here there's a big guy. More pathy, so it's like a Paphiopedilum section here. Look at this thing. They just watered, so you can see the water in there. And this pleasure will cost you $65. And I mean, there's anything you want here. Different price ranges, different types, mounting, seedling section, and you know, so you come, you have your budget, you can always find something for your taste, because good luck having a plan when you come here. Look at these guys. Aren't they just, yeah, me. There's some kind of bulldogs, which is a path family. Yeah, well, the tag is it's a path, but good luck reading it. I don't see any price tags. And here are Valkyrianas. This is also one of the type of orchids that Palmer's is famous for. Different kinds. They also usually are pricey, girls. Like this is, who are you? Brazilian Jewel. And they're very, very fragrant. And they're different. I call them the nose orchids because you can see the nose right there. You'll see the price, but also you can get surprised with 50, 75 and up prices on these girls. And there's Cycopsis family. Yeah, it's a one big family in there and has a crazy amount of blooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 12. The great thing about Cycopsis, it keeps blooming. Don't cut the stem because it will give you a new flower. Like, I don't know, we cannot see it anywhere, but that's what it's gonna do. And there's more Paphies and more Paphies, and let's go. Let's not forget Brassavola. They also have a big variety. This is called Walnut Valley Lime Stars, but it's a beautiful big hanging basket. And here it is, the field of Phalaenopsis. I don't care how big of a grower you are, how many you have awards or whatever, the white Phalaenopsis is a total magic. It's a magnet. Look at it, something about it. And what I call it is a face of orchid family. This is what attracts you first to any orchid addiction. Starts usually with Phalaenopsis. Look at this, look at the color, and also pretty large. And of course they have a different kind, and you can go in and just get lost in here. That's what I always do. It's like a therapy session if you get into this aisle. And yes, I'm not a Thumbelina, and the aisles are pretty narrow. Well, maybe not that narrow, but look. And one great thing about buying Phalaenopsis at Palmer's is that normally Home Depot or whatever, any other store, box store, will not have a name. In here, 75% of the time you will get the tag, which maybe not that important, but it's always nice to know where does this plant come from. So if there is a problem or an issue, you can always address it better. Look at this, guys. These were always my favorite. It's a little bit of a yellow, getting closer to the fan. So, but I wanted to show you like more of a smaller Phalaenopsis that caught my eye. Look at this. That is just crazy. Look at those freckles. Super sexy. So there are these little guys that are an absolutely crazy good bloomer, and they do have really cool leaves. Oh god, and it's called Pink Bubble Bath. I think I'll get one. Who doesn't need an extra bubble bath? Look at the leaves. Yeah, so this is more of a like a miniature section. Miniatures are great. They're great, by the way, for my pottery specifically. Like Blanca Acosta just had one in her video, and they bloom, 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 bloom. They're not as tall as those other guys, though, which are magnificent, but you gotta have a good base for them, nice pot, otherwise they turn over. And these guys are really good if you don't have much space. And then look at that. Try to say no to this. And then we are in the dendrobium section also. Any taste. This is one of my favorites, called Hawaiian Punch. My mom got it for me a long time ago, from Home Depot, and 1 year. It bloomed a year and a half straight. My neighbor even asked me if that's a real plant or not. Really, really pretty, very easy. Basically do nothing to them, and they rebloom, and if they're happy with the position, with the sun, with the amount of water that they get, they will keep blooming and rewarding you with these humongous, look, this is a small plant, and this is like my height. Look at those guys over there. Of course you will need space because they are very bushy, but very pretty. And more dendrobium. This one is a big boy in a big pot. I don't see the tag. They have a variety. They have different, you see there's one smaller. And they're everywhere. I just stopped by this tray. I purchased this at their open house like a year or so ago. It says some kind of Vanda. I'm not gonna be, I'll check it out later. VNDPS, some Vanda phalaenopsis. Beautiful plant. Very easy. Blooms for me all the time. It's good size. It's not huge like other Vandas, which sometimes can be a problem if you don't have space. They're $28 and they're absolutely amazing plants. Nope, they're not fragrant. But the color, size, and the price is there for you. We are into Brassavola, like they say. Little stars, all kinds of Brassavolas, which I used to say Brassavola. I don't know. Whatever. Look at this girl. What is your name? Come on out. Yellowbird. Well, Yellowbird is a surprise because this is Yellowbird. This is Yellowbird. This is Yellowbird. And this is, well, no, this is not Yellowbird. But you see the variety. This is Yellowbird as well. So you never know what you're gonna get. So if you want to get a specific color, you need to buy it blooming. So you can see what you're getting. Here's one more Yellowbird. You see how different they all are? Yeah, so, and there's a green bird. So if you're into the birds, get into this aisle because there's lots of birds in here. And this whole thing is all the birds for you. Brassavolas. And so one more thing that Palmer Orchids is very famous for is their Vanda house. The variety is undescribable. The color, the sizes, you can see for yourself. I got a little bit in trouble there because they were spraying the fertilizer at the time that I came. So it was a kind of short visit to the greenhouse. But as you can see, these plants are magnificent. They're very healthy, big. Really hard to say no. The only thing that might stop you is a price tag. Some of these guys are pretty pricey. I've seen lots of plants that they're $100 and over $100 for obvious reason. They are large. There are multiple kikis in one plant, so you are getting it's an investment. It's a pleasure and investment in one. So like this one, for example, was $100, but you can see how big that $150 how big that plant is. And so just enjoy and look what they got. And that was the Vanda house. But on my way out, I noticed something and I wanted to mention the pottery, Joanna's Pottery, famous Joanna's Pottery. Check it out online. Great stuff. Joanna is actually one of the people that inspired me on starting doing pottery. Very, very unique pieces she makes, and they're very practical and beautiful. So I think pretty much I showed you the picture of Palmer Orchid's availability, endless availability. So you can come and pick something for your friend, your loved family member. But what else can you do? You can come to one of the big box stores. Well, not always you have time to go to the nurseries or stuff like that. And they do have quite a variety usually, especially here in Florida, because we have all these big, the Better Grow is located right next to us, so the supplying companies are always on top of things. Look at these guys. When you look for an orchid, you of course have no idea what they like, but of course you're gonna go after your taste. I also have a couple of suggestions. When you choose an orchid, please do not look at this. This is an orchid killing mechanism. Just a couple of plants mixed together, or yeah, cute pot, but it has no drainage. So this orchid, sooner or later, unfortunately, not gonna feel good, and then you know what happens. These pots are much better. They have way more drainage. You know, so look at the healthy roots. Look at the plant that kind of you like. Of course, if you're doing a present, you should like it too. And pick what you like. Also, in big box stores, you not always will find orchids that have tags, but if you look, look, this Phalaenopsis does have a tag, which is wonderful, so your person will know. I'm not crazy about the spot. That needs to be repotted the minute you give it to a real orchid lover. But I do believe we're just seeing this orchids at Palmer's, so, and it has a tag. So tag is always a really nice addition. Also, another option that is really great, look at this guy. This guy's really cool. Is what we call bag babies. These are orchids that are packed in plastic bags. They're a smaller size, but the ones that are around $14 will always be a blooming size. So here is an example for you, and you don't want to look at this. This will just give you an idea of what can it be. You always need to check and Google that tag inside, which I would imagine is a yellow bird or something. Yeah, so look at the size, $14. Trust me, don't care if someone, well, I have these, but if somebody who likes me wants to give me a present, I would prefer this package with a nice plant versus this. It costs like 3 times more, and it's not orchid friendly idea in there. It's glass, it has no air circulation, they will not dry, they just will marinate until they will die. So this is one more option. And so I think we more or less covered the gift giving ideas for orchid lovers. So if you are one, you can also share this video with your family members, friends, or so on, who are not getting it, that you need one more orchid. So give them ideas. Sometimes it's very helpful for people that don't belong to our orchid world yet. We're gonna get them in there, don't worry about it. So me and my new mustached orchid from Palmer's would like to wish you a Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and all the best. Thank you, and I talk to you next time at Just One More Orchid.